Socialization in dog training isn't just about letting your dog meet new people and new dogs. It's a really deliberate and thoughtful process that introduces them to different environments, sights, and sounds. Proper socialization helps dogs navigate life with confidence and understanding. Often when I come to a place like this, especially with a puppy for the first time, I'm just going to let them exist and do species-specific activity like sniff the air, watch passers-by. I want him to feel liberated to explore his environment. You can see an immediate difference in his demeanor too. He's aware that we are not in the place that we once were. I'm also trying to get him to love it here and want to be here and not find it to be too threatening or intimidating or scary. I want it to feel normal to him. I really think out these socialization sessions that are specific to the dog that I'm working with. I make sure to pack a few supplies. Now, there's no need to go overboard, but I always try to have an awesome toy or two, and of course, tried and true training treats. I get new toys and treats every month from BarkBox and Super Chewer, so when you're ready to train, you always have what you need. BarkBox is for just about every dog, and Super Chewer is for those dogs who need ultra tough toys. Sometimes I like to bring one of these Super Chewer toys with some frozen peanut butter if I know that I'm going to need to give a dog something to do for a while. If you want to get double your first box, whether your dog is a Super Chewer or a BarkBox dog, sign up at my special link, barkbox.com/ZachDouble and superchewer.com/ZachDouble. I'll have links below. This is a textbook introduction to socialization for a puppy park, if I've ever seen one. There's a fair amount of dogs, low traffic, fair amount of people, bikes, rollerblades. And we have this great field that gives us a way to create some distance from all of that excitement on the walking path. Making sure that you have the option to create distance is key for a really great socialization location. This allows for controlled exposure, so you don't just flood your dog with a lot of stimuli that can overwhelm them. This park also has a good amount of wildlife. That's something that we need to prepare him for. Not just moose and bears, but birds and ducks and what other animals do they have up here? There's also a lot of different textures and terrains for him to walk on out here. Even here, you have 3 distinct surfaces. You have the paved path, a gravel path, and grass. There's a train in the background. Did you hear that? Look at him, he notices it. Letting him, yeah, good man. Let him check it out. Then we let him diffuse, and guess what? Go ahead and sniff those kibbles out. Even though the emphasis is socialization, you should still use positive reinforcement methods to help you create positive association with all of the things around your dog. Yeah, man. But what if your puppy isn't receptive to treats? This happens. That's okay. Just trying to condition him to the sounds. Focus on giving them time to take in the world for now, and that'll help them be able to give you their attention more easily in the future. I'm really pleased with how well he's adjusting out here. The more he can process his environment rather than being told what to do, the better. So far, Shade is curious, he's cautious, but he's comfortable. My focus here isn't to get him to walk around or explore before he's ready. We want to avoid overwhelming him and just let him observe this world as he likes for now. And look, there's plenty to see, like here comes a dog on the walking path nearby. Real curious to see how he reacts when he catches wind of this dog. Right there, there it is. Good man. I'm going to let him look at the dog. There is no interrupting him. Shade seems pretty comfortable here at this distance, and one way you can tell is because he's not trying to create any more distance himself, either by moving away or even lunging or barking. Our goal when we're socializing dogs should be to create good experiences at distances where our dogs feel relatively calm and confident. Right now, it's just more prime directive. Good man. Hey, watch this. Watch what I'm going to do. When he breaks his focus naturally, I'm going to yes him and see if he wants a treat, just for fun. I'm watching his nose. Right now, though, I'm letting him sniff, letting him look. The dog is going, yes, that just happened. You want some? Yep, and he's taking treats, indicating that he's at an appropriate comfort level. When your dog doesn't want treats that they typically like, that's a sign that they might be feeling a little overwhelmed, maybe a little bit uneasy, and that's okay. Check that out. You don't have to use treats right now if your dog would rather just focus on the world around them. Treats are optional here. I'm choosing to do it because I'm trying to surround calm behavior with feel-good stuff like treats for him, just to get that association going for good measure. He's looking at a dog right now. What I'm going to do with Shade is let him look at the dog, and when he disengages from the dog, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna give him a treat to let him know, hey, I like it when you disengage, and don't obsess too much with dogs. That's the right move. And we do this so we can encourage polite behavior in the future. Yes, I'm allowing him to look. When he disengages, then I can encourage him to come to me. Right now he's struggling a little. Yes, good man. And that leash pressure lesson we did the other day seems to really be coming in handy. He doesn't freak out when there's tension on the harness. Yes, good man. So this is the idea. We're trying to keep our dogs comfortable during the training process, not make them do something because I said so. Oh, we even have another dog over here. Look at that cute dog. I'm watching Shade right now. He's using his nose, letting him check out the dog. But if he tries to go towards the dog, I will. Good man. Yes. All right. Did you see how he turned towards me when I said yes? I love that. Do you want it? You're a good man. I can't really tell. Has he disengaged? Okay, yeah, he's really looking at this dog, studying this dog. I mean, that's an unusual looking dog, in fairness. Good man. They're both actually staring at each other. Yes, there was the disengagement. If you're really paying close attention to the emotional state of the dog while you're socializing them, while you're training them, you're gonna get to know your dog really well, and that's gonna make all of your training easier. Socialization is really about normalization of the world. Good man. Yes. See the ears? Did you see him go back when I said yes? Paying attention to your dog's ears is a great way to tune in to what they're thinking and feeling. When I just said yes, you could see his ears go back towards me there. He's getting to know what that word means pretty well. Well done, sir. You're doing great. Very good. Another important thing to pay attention to is their nose. Right now, he's just looking at people that are walking behind the camera, sniffing, gathering information. I'm just really into his nose right now. I love watching it work. It's almost as good as looking into a dog's eyes. When you get to know their nose, it's almost like getting to know a dog's eyes, which tell you so much. Have you ever thought of it like that? Good man, yes. And you know what? If he wants to use that nose, I'm also going to give him another healthy outlet. Scattering kibble or treats in the grass is another great way to give your dog a natural outlet if they love to sniff. We've been out here for a little while, and Shade seems like he's pretty adjusted now, but let's just see how adjusted he actually is. We're going to test some of his training. We're going to see how well it sticks out here in this brand new environment that he's never been to. I don't have any expectations of Shade here, and if he isn't responsive, I would just let it go and go back to letting him look and sniff around at his own pace. You don't want to rush your dog. Giving them time to take in things now is going to save you lots of time in the future. When you think your dog might be ready to give you their attention, you can see if they're able to do any of the training you've already worked on at home. Yes, that's what I call training. He went into a sit. Okay, good man, yes. We have dogs in the background now, let's see. Yes, you know what? I'm gonna play some yes game here. Yes, when he looks up to me, what are we doing? We're creating, oh, I see a dog. Yes, I get that thing. Let me pay attention to that guy who gives me that thing. That barking dog in the background is not lost on him. Yes, well, would you look at that? I didn't ask for his attention at all. As time goes on, we would do less and less treats. It becomes second nature to dogs. You need to reinforce periodically, of course. But those are learning laws that apply to all animals. That's true of every life form on Earth. We just changed our environment a little bit, and you can see how he's like, whoa, this is a different perspective. Even a minor change in location by human standards can feel like a huge change from a dog's perspective. Stop and look. Be understanding as your dog responds to what might seem like minor changes in their surroundings. Get comfortable. There's a lot to take in. You want to be very conscious of the surroundings and how they affect your dog. He is acting different, even though we're just a few feet away from where we were. All right, let's move on. We're just going to keep going. No treat this time. Look at this. He's right into the Frisbee out here. Come on, good man. Yeah! Yes! And what does yes equal here? A game of tug, some engagement, some fun time. Yes just signifies something that you're really into at that moment is about to happen, whatever that thing is. Could be continued sniffing time, some tug or a treat. How's that let go working out? With him, I'm just gonna make the Frisbee boring, and I hope he just lets go, and then I'm gonna roll it. Yes! Dog walking by has his attention. All right, yeah, good man. See how we just abandoned fetch right there in exchange for going back to, hey, you look confused. Let's create distance just so that you know how to do that in this low-key situation, so that we have that option in the future. I hope you notice the flexibility we have in these types of outings. You really have to kind of go with what your dog is feeling and where you can get the most gains in terms of progress, whether it be in socialization, whether it be listening to you in public, whether it be teaching your dog how to play around distractions. Even though there wasn't a ton of exercise or motion here, that was still highly stimulating for him. And so those types of stimulations really go into their cognitive piggy bank. As he goes to sleep here in a little while, he's gonna process all of that as he's asleep, and the brain does its thing somehow. Subscribe to my channel to join the dog training revolution and get double your first BarkBox or Super Chewer box using my special links in the description. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and check out both of my books to learn how to train your dog, all of the basics and more. We'll see you next time.